In this video, I will show you how to do Angular 5 setup in your local machine with simple steps. So I am following only 5 steps to create a simple Angular project. Angular. Okay, so what are the 5 steps? So first one is install Node.js. Then second one is install Angular CLI. So to install Node.js, you just go to this URL and download the installation file and run and then install that application. Then second one is install Angular CLI. Once that installation is done and then it's perfect, then second you just install npm install -g at angular/cli. So this is what is Angular CLI? So CLI is nothing but command line interface. To create an Angular project, you need Angular CLI. So you just install Angular CLI by running this command. So then next step is install Visual Studio Code. So you can download the Visual Studio Code in this URL and installation file and then install it in your machine. So why we need Visual Studio Code? Visual Studio Code is nothing but it's a TypeScript editor. So for Java we are using Eclipse, right? So similar way we are using Visual Studio Code for editing Angular code. Then fourth step is creating Angular project. So here we have to use ng space new space your project name. So MyApp is my project name, so I'm just using MyApp. So you can change it to your application name. So then if you run this command, it will create simple Angular 5 project. Then fourth one is install dependencies and run Angular project and then build it. So install the dependencies, you just run npm install then ng serve. So once you run this npm install command, it will download all the dependencies for your Angular 5 projects. So once that installation is fine, then you have to run ng space serve this command. So if you run this command, it will build your application and it will open your project. It will run your project in your browser. So that's it. So these are all the simple 5 steps you just need to follow to create a simple Angular 5 project in your local machine. Okay, let's see how to do it. The first step is install Node.js. So I'm going to download Node.js. So this is the page you have to go and to download the Node.js application. So here Node is providing application installation file for all the platforms: 32-bit machine, 64-bit machine, Mac users, and then Linux users, all the platforms. So here if you are using Windows 64-bit machine architecture platform, then you have to download that 64-bit installation file. So I'm using 32-bit architecture machine, so I'm downloading 32-bit installation file. Click it. So it started downloading. So once download is successful, then you have to run it. I'm installing. I think that installation is fine. Okay, everything is perfect. Awesome. So click finish. So how to ensure your node is successfully installed? So to that, you have to go to command prompt and you have to type node -v. So it will show you what is the version it has installed. So it is installed 8.11.3. So the node version, very latest version I have installed. So here you can see something like we need to install npm. So that's not required actually. If you are installing node latest version, right? So here you see, right, includes npm 5.6.0. so npm is inbuilt in this node. So you no need to separately install npm. Okay, that's it. So everything is perfect. Now we'll go to the next step. So here the next step is install Angular CLI, Angular command line interface. So you have to type npm space install -z at the rate of Angular / CLI. Going install npm install -g. So what npm will do? Npm is a kind of repository. It will download the required dependencies for Angular CLI and install it in your machine. So it started installing. So obviously it will take time. So please wait. So once that installation is done, we'll see the confirmation. Awesome. So an Angular CLI is installed in your machine. So to verify that one, you have to type ng space help. So ng is a command to create an Angular project and Angular CLI things. So if you type ng space help, you can check it. So what are all the commands in Angular CLI is providing? So these are all the add, new, generate, update, build, so commands is provided by ng, so Angular CLI. So fine. So we have completed the two steps. So the first one is installing Node.js, second one is installing Angular CLI, and we have verified. So that is successfully installed. Then third one is install Visual Studio Code. So to install Visual Studio Code, we have to go to this page, this URL. Okay, that's it. Okay. So here you can download the Visual Studio Code for your 64-bit or 32-bit Windows machine or macOS user, macOS platform. So I'm going to download the zip file. So you can download that installation file and you can install it, or you can download the zip file and you can open that application directly. So I'm downloading the zip file. Super. It started downloading. Let it complete. So it's 73.8 MB. It will take time. Okay, the download is over. You can go and see the download. So this is the zip file. It has downloaded recently. So if you right click and extract it, so that file will be extracted here, then you can go inside. You can see that Visual Studio Code application executable file here. So just add it to your desktop. Okay, that's it. I'm opening. So once that Visual Studio installation is done, then you have to create an workspace in your Visual Studio Code VSC. So I already told you, right, why we are using Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is used to edit TypeScript. So that is the main thing we are using Visual Studio Code. So I'm also adding that to taskbar. Okay, so I have opened the Visual Studio Code. So then next step is, as I told, so we have to create an workspace in Visual Studio Code, and then we have to create an Angular project by using ng space new space MyApp. So ng is a CLI command we use. Ng is a CLI command, and the new space your project name. So I'm using MyApp is my project name. So you just run this command to create a simple Angular 5 project. So here first thing is we have to open a workspace. So to open a workspace, I'm creating one workspace here, workspace folder, workspace. That's it. I'm going to open that folder. Okay, so I have opened on workspace folder. Then next thing is you have to go to view terminal, and then you have to run that command np ng the Angular CLI command, new for creating new project, MyApp. So my project name. That's it. So Angular, so Visual Studio Code, right? So you can it's you can see other development editors for Angular applications. So but Visual Studio Code is one of the best editor for working with Angular projects. So it started downloading the Angular simple project application. So let it finish. So it's downloading the all the required dependencies for Angular project. So obviously it will take time, so just be wait. So here that root project directory is created, so I have created MyApp as my project name. So under that it will start downloading all the required files for Angular application. So it will by default it will download all the applications. So once that download is successful, then you can see all the required file for simple Angular 5 application. So you can then customize it and then you can change it according to your as per your project requirement. Okay. Oh, oops, there is some error in this installation. So this is error code. So SHA file. So to fix this issue, so we need to install npm. We have to upgrade npm. So before that, npm cache. We have to clear the cache. Uh, this is the command we have to type. So we have to run this command to clear the npm cache. Okay, let it run. Okay, that's fine. That is cache is cleared, npm cache. So we now next we have to update npm packages. So for that we have to type npm space I space at the rate of npm at the rate of latest hyphen globally. We have to install the npm package. So that we are going to do. So we have to type npm space I at the rate of install npm at the rate of at the latest hyphen c. So if you run this command, that npm package will be updated by default. The node provide 5.6 version we already saw. So now we have to clear the caches and then we have to upgrade that npm version to 6.1. So that's why we got that error. So once npm upgrade is fine, then next we have to inst we have to simply go to that project directory MyApp, then install install your npm. Okay, that's fine, that's enough. So next thing is go to in your workspace, your application is created, right? So go just inside your project directory, cd myapp. This myapp is our project now. So then next install npm space install. So this is the step which we have mentioned here. So once we have created a project, so next thing is we have to run npm install command. So we have to run that command. So once that will download all the dependent project files, directory files for Angular project. So it will download all the JS library files. Let it run. Actually, it will take time. So wait for the time. So once that installation is finished, then next step we have to run ngserve command to execute our project and publish. I mean, which verify it in our browser. So let it run. Oh, super. So now that NPM has updated all the required library files by reading that package.json file. So now you can see NPM packages in node, all the required node modules has been installed under the node underscore module directory. So here you can see at Angular everything has been installed. So next step we have to run ngserve command to execute it in the browser. So now we are going to deploy. So this command it will create a node server and deploy your project. I mean Angular project into that node server. So you can see the output in your local. Let's let it run. So we'll see the output. Wow, okay, that's over. Everything is fine. So if you hit this URL in your browser, you can see the Angular 5 output successfully. So let's see, let's run. So what ngserve command will do, actually it will create Apache kind of server. It's not an Apache server, it's a node server, and then it will deploy your entire the simple project into that server. And then so in this port actually 4200. So that is the thing we are running. Let's see what is the outputs. Okay, fine, everything is fine. So now you guys, so the same way you can do setup Angular setup in your local machine. Okay, the next one, okay, the next command is ng build command. So this command, if you run this command, so here I will show you what it will do. So in order to deploy, I mean, you can, this is your locally you are deploying, right? The similar way you can get all the bundled files, all these outputs. So these are all the output files. So you need these files for your actual production deployment server. So where you will get these files. So to get these files, you just need to these are all actually not a compressed files. So these are all actual output files. So to run, if you run this command ng build command, what it will do, it will create this main.js file, polyfills.js files, runtime style.js, ventor.js. So all these files it will create. So you just need to copy all these files and take it into your production deployment server, then deployment directory, and refer this main.js, all these required JS files in your starting file. I mean that welcome file or the index file of your starting page HTML file. So if you refer that file, then your project run as an Angular project. So that's all. Okay, this is how you have to do Angular setup in your local machine. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Okay, so next thing is, if you want to know how that Angular is executing that end-to-end execution. Just watch the next video. I will tell you how the execution is starting, and how end-to-end execution, where it is starting and where it is yeah, where the execution flow is going, and each file what all the things are configured. Everything we will see it in the next tutorial. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.